Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kodash. Of course, double honors once again go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders for Millstone, who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth, trying to wake up every man, hopefully like this is our mom with the DC camp. And as you can see here, the pastor enters cage full of lions to prove he's protected by God. Once again, hey, the Christian church, the lengths that they will go to, all right, for those zombies in that church. I just gotta oh man. A pastor locked himself in a cage with 3 lions. Listen how it's written. To demonstrate his divine protection, like the biblical story of Daniel. All right. The religious leader even invited his congregation to the animal park to witness the stunt. According to local media, the pastor, whose identity is still unknown, wanted to prove that nothing can happen to a man of God. Well, first and foremost, you presume that yourself. All right. And then you're tempting the Most High in this little stunt that you're doing. Man, hey, Christianity, what have we been trying to tell you? According to local media, the pastor, anyway, I already read that. The clip shows the pastor seen wearing a bright blue suit, stroking the growling lions in their enclosure in Nigeria. Do they look like they're growling? And first, can't you tell they're awfully young, right? All right. At one point, he even puts his arm in one lion's mouth before looking confidently at the camera. It appears as though the Nigerian pastor was recreating the biblical story of Daniel, who was thrown into a lion's den and came out unscathed, thanks to the hand of God. Look at that. Look at that. After the footage went viral, Kenyan MP Ronald Korore, 45, offered to pay for the pastor to be sent to the Masai Mara National Reserve to try the stunt with wild lions. The MP said, I volunteer to take him to the Masai Mara. Please, all expenses paid. We look for the lions and he can go, that's in there, I guess his dialect, for the lions and he can go walk with them. One local commented, I challenged him to do that at Masai Mara. Another said, those are not lions. They are lion cubs. Big difference. He knew what he was doing. It's to win over the simple. All right. Again, I'll get the scripture. Hold on. It says, someone else wrote, oh yeah, let me bring my dog and lock him up with it for 1 minute. Another local suggested he went in just after they were fed. Why are the growls added over the natural soundtrack? Bill commented, they should have taken him to the wild lions at the Kenyan park. Those lions were given drugs. And here's my point. Here's the first comment, hit it right on the head. Big dummy. Why tempt the Most High? All right, so let's get that scripture. Remember, this is while Yahweh Shai was being tempted. And St. Matthew chapter 4. So let's go. It says the temptation of Yahweh Shai, right? Verse 7, Yahweh Shai said unto him, wait a minute, let's get 6. And saith unto him, if thou be the son of, and this is Satan, all right? Anyway, I'll just read 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahweh Shai said unto him, it is written, again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God, thy power. Oh, you just know for sure that the Most High is going to... All right. Cool. Let's get another comment. This is totally wrong. The story was of Daniel in the lion den. Was not about testing the Most High, but the Most High testing Daniel. Another false teacher who doesn't understand the truth. So, let's see what... And it's still a possibility he may meet his end, like this idiot here, when he chose to tempt the Most High in trying to recreate, but not only recreate, but do one better. Now, I don't know if you all remember the old James Bond flick from the 70s with the late actor Yaphet Kotto. He died either last year or year before last, from Cameroon, where he played the Bond villain with the 7-Up, the Uncola Man, and the Jake. He's long since passed too, out of Philly, that had the hook, because he's fucking around with them gators, right? So let's go ahead and read this. It says, Pastor tries to imitate Yahawashi's miracle of walking on water, but drowns and gets devoured by 3 crocodiles. There was a scene, that's why I brought that movie up. There's a scene where James Bond, in order to get from one side to the other, he walks on top of the gators, all right, getting to the other side, all right? This guy tried it. It didn't work out so well. It says, a pastor from Zimbabwe tried not just to imitate the miracle of Yahawashi walking on water, Matthew 14:22 through verse 33, but to even increase its level of difficulty by walking across a river teeming with crocodiles. Sadly, he failed. Pastor Jonathan, I can't say that last name, of the Saint of the Last Days Church tried to do it says here, Jesus Miracle Act. You know, we understand who is Yahawashi, to show that faith can move mountains, or in this case, turn crocodiles into stepping stones on the water. He then gathered his congregants at the banks of a river known as Crocodile River for a personal demonstration of his faith. Now, how many warnings did you have? How many hints did you get before you even tried this, that something could go terribly wrong? However, according to the Daily Post, the pastor drowned and was seen by his church members being devoured by 3 crocodiles. See, in your arrogance, you had to bring a congregation. No doubt there were children with them, and now they're traumatized for life because you're... I mean, the arrogance. All right. Anyway, it says the pastor taught us about faith on Sunday last week. Deacon Kosi, a member of the church, was quoted as saying he promised he would demonstrate his faith to us today, but he unfortunately ended up drowning and getting eaten by 3 large crocodiles in front of us. He said the pastor fasted and prayed the whole week before they went to the river in his effort to convince them of the power of faith. We still don't understand how this happened, really. You don't? Wow. To go try to not only imitate, but outdo Yahawashi in a crocodile-infested body of water. You still don't understand. Anyway, he said the pastor walked for about 30 meters into the river before the crocodiles appeared from nowhere and attacked him. They finished him in a couple of minutes. All that was left of him when they finished eating him is a pair of sandals and his underwear floating above the water. See what you get for tempting the Most High? The church members called for emergency rescuers, but the pastor was already dead when they arrived minutes later. Another African pastor also allegedly tried to replicate Yahawashi's walk on the water miracle a few years back, but also drowned as a result. I believe that's is this the one that, because there was a one earlier too, I believe that was an Edomite though, that he just happened to be where as you go out so far, the shelf drops off, all right, and it just happened to be so, supposedly they never saw him again. Anyway, Another African pastor also allegedly tried to replicate Yahushua's walk. It says Pastor Frank Kabele, 35 of Gabon, reportedly told his congregation that he could reenact the same miracles Yahushua did as written in the Bible. He invited his congregants to watch him perform the miracle in Libreville, Gabon's capital. He told them that he would cross an estuary by foot, which is normally a 20-minute boat ride. But soon after entering the water, Kabele found himself completely submerged and drowned. Another failed attempt to replicate a biblical miracle was reported in Nigeria, where a self-proclaimed prophet claimed that he could also walk in a den full of lions and stay there unharmed, just like what Daniel did in Daniel 6, as written in the Bible. Ignoring the zookeepers, the prophet reportedly entered a cage full of lions, and after entering the lion's den, he was mauled to death by the animals. Oh, you notice the difference between what you attempted to do, this idiot back here. Now you saw also that last one, which seems similar to this one. All right, but this guy got what could have very easily ended up doing here. It's not like the Most High could put the spirit on these young lion cubs to do the same thing. All right. But see the difference in what you did and what happened to Daniel. That was not of Daniel's choosing, first and foremost, and he, unlike you, was an actual prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. See. All right. Boy, Christianity. When are y'all gonna learn? You go out here and try these stunts. All right. In order to win over the simps, in order to win over the simps. And let's face it, a lot of, and I'm talking about Jakes, are just so simple. As the scripture said, the simple believeth every word. And you have to understand also those prophecies, and you have to understand those curses. All right. A lot of our people are just not going to get it because they were never meant to. They are purposefully blinded. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. I mean, it's, hey, it speaks for itself. This, like someone said, Christianity is a hell of a drug, Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, again, hopefully you were edified after viewing this. I hope so. All right. We do these videos, as I said in the introduction, to wake up the hopeful elect. All right. Damn. Until the next video. Hey, shalom.